Hi, I'm Rockin Robin from CookingMexicanRecipes.com. Today I'm going to be showing you how to crack an egg with one hand. Now why do you want to do that? Well, just for fun, I guess. It's just fun to do. It's a new skill for 2013, let's say, and you can show off with your friends. Now, in addition to that, I'm also going to show you how to separate egg yolks from egg whites. I used to make a lot of chile rellenos in the restaurant, and I separated a whole bunch of eggs. So I'm going to show you my technique for that. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is a little tip for when you get an eggshell in your eggs and you want to get it out, fish it out, or even some egg yolk. I'm going to show you my tip for getting it out nice and easy. All right, stay right there. We'll be right back. So let's get started with cracking an egg with one hand. The first thing you're going to need is maybe a couple of ping pong balls. All right, this makes it easy. We need to practice this movement just a little bit before we set you free on a real egg. Okay, so what we're going to do is grab your ping pong balls and you're going to hold them like this. Now I've got my index finger and my middle finger and my thumb on the top ball and the other two fingers on the bottom ball. So what we're going to do is you crack your egg. We'll pretend that the middle is the crack, and you're going to separate. You're going to push apart with your thumb here and this finger down here, and we'll do this motion. So if you can do that motion with your hand, then you'll be able to crack it with one hand and do it in the bowl. So let's try that. Okay, here we go. So you want to crack, I'm holding my egg, all right, like this. I'm going to crack it on the edge of the bowl and give it a good crack. Don't do it too lightly or you're going to just shatter your egg. Give it a good crack. Now you just pull it apart and the egg drops in, just like that. Very simple. So now we're going to do it one more time in slow motion. Okay, so now I'm going to show off a little bit and I'm going to crack two at the same time. Okay, here we go. Ready? There you go. Just like that. All right. I also want to mention when you're handling eggs, I didn't mention it earlier, but make sure you wash your hands before you work with eggs, and then of course afterwards too, because sometimes you get the egg whites on your hands. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to separate your egg yolks from your egg whites. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and crack this, and I'm going to put my egg whites in this bowl and my egg yolk over here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and crack it, and I'm not going to do the one-handed thing on this one. I'm going to crack it, hold your egg vertical, and leave the egg yolk in the bottom half. Okay, and then drain out all I think I got a shell in there. Okay. Now, what you want to do is pour the egg yolk into your hand, but try not to pour it where it's jagged. So you're just going to pour it in like that, gently. The hand works the best. There's no sharp parts on your hand that are going to break that yolk, and this yolk looks really fragile. You see this white stuff hanging down? You want to pull that off, but sometimes it breaks your yolk. So do it carefully, gently, and just go back and forth. I grab the little white pieces here and I just rip them off. And look at that. You got it nicely separated. They hardly ever break. They do occasionally, but if they do, just go ahead and throw it into your other bowl. Okay, so that's how you do that. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you is my little tip for getting out an eggshell or some egg yolk if you accidentally get it in your egg whites. So right here I threw in a little eggshell and a little bit of egg yolk so we could demonstrate for you. The best thing to use is your eggshell, so hang on to these. They're really helpful. Now for whatever reason, it's so easy, the egg yolk will just go right into it and you can scoop it right up and get almost all of it out of there. Now you see the shell over here. For whatever reason, using the shell really does help get it out as opposed to using a spoon. And there you go. All right, so I hope these little tips help you when you're dealing with eggs. Go ahead and practice. See if you can crack some eggs with one hand. Have some fun with that. And when you're separating eggs, remember to do it in your hand. For me, it always worked the best. I could do it really, really fast. and I hardly had any breakage at all. So give that a try, and then remember, keep your eggshells. I always keep a few on the side here in case I get a little shell in there. It's the best way to get out those eggshells and a little bit of egg yolk if it breaks. So thanks for watching, and be sure and subscribe to my channel. Click that button right up there and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.